I wanna say something, but you are all that I see. You got dynamite, that smile's gonna be the end of me. I bet you taste like chocolate. Can I have it for free? I'm an explosion, that smile's gonna be the end of me. I wanna say something, but you are all that I see. You got dynamite, that smile's gonna be the end of me. I bet you taste like chocolate.
Martine?
Can I have it for free?
Yay!
Cheers.
That smile's gonna
Cheers.
be the end of me. That smile's,
It's
that
Thursday.
smile's, that smile's gonna be
gin and tonic.
the end of me.
Dirty martini.
Was it good?
Oh, it is extra good today.
So what is the purpose of this?
I feel like we have a beautiful baby that just turned 1. And
Yesterday!
2 days ago. We
2
turned
days
1.
ago.
And as you guys know, like when we started Ellebangs, do you want a Cheerio? Do you want a puff? Fun puffs. But Mama gives you 2. There we go. But yeah, basically when we started Ellebangs, if you've been here from the start, you know that Adam was very much a part of it, and we co-founded Ellebangs together, and he did everything behind the scenes and camera, filming, advertising, everything. And lately he's taken on a more serious role at work and just been busier. So I figured it would be a nice way to kind of end the year, first year as parents, and just like talk about relationships, which I feel like we've never ever done
Is
on this
this
channel.
the relationship advice
Column
video?
video challenge.
Because we are the best people. Like, this is so good. Maybe
that was
3
the
more of
point.
these, I'll have all the advice.
Right. So I wanted, like, I've always thought about like doing something where it's like big sister advice kind of thing, like sit on the couch with me and let's just chat. And what better way than to get a cocktail? Secretly, I just wanted a martini, and I was like, how can I get Adam to make me one? Let's make it about work. And here, it has worked.
It's true. Cheers.
I guess I just have like some talking points, but obviously you can chime in and add your 2 cents. But
It's so convenient.
cheers. So convenient. But I guess like we bicker a lot. You guys have seen that in videos. Everyone's aware. So we can do that all day on video, but that's probably not why you're here.
I actually think that is why you're here.
No, but I'm saying that'll come out naturally, so we don't need to prompt that. But I guess we should start, I think, at the beginning. And like the question that started this whole conversation with my friend was like basically what were our like first impressions of each other, and we like to joke and like pick at each other at like the things that we were annoyed at. But like let's start there. What was your first impression of me? And I can start with yours if you want.
Yeah, I think that's how we this is your idea, so you have to kind of
Okay.
I have to kind of ease into it. So
Sure. Okay. So when I went on a date with Adam, I think on a Friday, and I had just had another date like a couple days before, and he was a weirdo, the other guy. And I think I was like at that point that I was like, I'm just kind of over dating, but I
and
had
this
already
is 2015, right? Oh wait, sorry, no.
planned.
2010. Oh.
Oh, so he's been dating for.
Well, we weren't serious till 2015. I'm just kidding.
We're only married for 3 years at that point. So I think in my mind, I was like, I'm so over dating. But I had already planned this date with Adam. And I was like, okay, so I have that one other date. I'll go on that. And I remember like the whole day, I was just kind of like, not dreading it, but it's okay. It's not like I'm meeting my husband. So it's like no big deal. I literally went into it with
What did
that
your mom say the
attitude.
first time she met me?
But that was like a few days later. Okay, this is not my mom's impression of you. And so yeah, like I went and he was very, he kissed me before dinner, like before we even got a drink. And I was like, okay. He put his hand on my back on the walk from one bar to the next, or like from dinner.
Scoundrel.
I don't know, like no first date had ever done that.
Really?
They're like so like, I'm not gonna touch you, and then at the end of the night there's like that awkward, are we gonna kiss? And then that's kind of it for a first date.
This
And
is
Adam
so
just
weird.
came in
Then it's all
blazing.
like leading up to it, and it's like, I mean,
But
come
not
on.
always. Anyway, so my first impression was he's different, and like the second that I found out he was Danish, I was like, okay. he like spoke really fast and he talked about coffee a lot. And I was like, oh, he's like hyper and fun. And I'm like normally like chill. But
See, my first impression was that she was hyper and fun, and then she's a lot more chill.
What impression gave you that I was hyper?
You were like, oh, let's get gin and tonics. It's on, party.
Yeah, I would still be like that today if all my hopes and dreams had been stripped away.
Yeah, okay.
Because I recommended gin and tonics, you were like, "Oh my god, she's so fun."
This is the best.
No, okay,
this is like the best gin and tonic
it's
ever.
not.
By the way.
That's better.
No, it's not. Try it. Let's try this putrid olive juice.
It's sweet. It's like if you were 16 again. That's like a grown-up lady drink. Millie, what do we think? How's your water?
Blue cheese stuffed olives, though.
No.
I mean, that's the only appealing thing about this.
That I procured.
That you procured. And they came in olive oil and not
Which is a problem.
brine. So I made a martini one time and I thought it was brine, so I poured it in and I'm like, this is
Working.
weird. So it was an olive oil martini.
We had to start over.
We had to start over.
Yeah. Cheers. Cheers with my little Millie. Yeah, you can't hold this one. Cheers. Oh, she's such a good holder.
Well, my first impression was also very casual. Go in, see what comes of it. We had a very nice dinner and we had a very nice conversation, and then it was fun, and afterwards I told you to play chess.
That is true. That will
See, Millie now
forever.
is-
That will forever be a good memory. And he told me to take off my heels because he wouldn't see my real height.
So I don't, girls like who wear 9-inch heels, I
I
don't
was not wearing 9-inch heels.
6-inch heels,
Not 6. It was
4-inch
like 3.
heels. No, they were high heels. I never thought it was that attractive because I don't know why I don't like the posture, and I think that shorter girls, I think it's a cute feature when girls are not trying to be 6 foot tall. So I tell everybody I'm 6 foot, but I'm like 5'11" and a little bit. So obviously I'm 6 foot.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm like 5'3" and 3/4, and I say I'm 5'4".
There you go. And Millie is.
But for girls,
screaming.
it's different. I only do that because it's easier to say.
My driver's license still says I'm 163. Thank you very much.
Is that not what you weigh?
Shocked. That was when I got my first license and I moved to the U.S. 15 years ago. Yeah, I guess that was sort of like 170, and I'm like, this is a good day. So I think I put 163.
And it's still, but sweetie pie, you have the option every time you renew your license to. Put
I
in
haven't
a new
gone
number.
to renew my license. I've just filled it in online for 15
Yeah,
years.
but it asks you again, does it not?
But I just click renew without changing anything. I had the same picture for the last 15 years,
Oh, I've renewed.
which is
mine.
really weird, actually. I don't know
I've
how they
renewed
let me
mine
get.
9 times.
I don't know how they let me get away with that. I still had my picture from when I was 21, and I'm 30. I mean, I'm 22 now.
After I had Millie, I updated my weight to another lie.
To another lie. Yeah.
Just a more believable one.
That's true.
Okay, so first impressions. What is in the 10 years? What has been the most like that you feel like you got out of that you didn't expect on that first date? Everything?
We have 2 houses and a baby later. Yeah, that's stuff happened.
Poor you.
What didn't you expect to happen? Well, yeah. Hi.
But you didn't expect that to happen? Oh, you're like,
Yeah, I didn't go on a first date thinking I'm gonna have a
Oh.
baby and buy a house tomorrow.
okay, maybe I didn't mean it. Oh, are you pushing Mama away? Am I in your way?
Hi, crazy.
Can we get puffs? I think I just meant like in general, like I guess when we got married, not on the first date.
Oh, when we got married. Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess-
at that point you're kind of like, well, we were always not ready for kids.
Yeah, we always said in 10 years, and we said
And then
for 10
suddenly
years.
we said in 10 years for 10 years. We literally did.
Yeah.
We said in 10 years for 10 years.
But the year before she was born, we still said in 10 years.
Yeah, and then suddenly we were looking at the calendar going, wait a minute, I'm not 27?
we're like, wait, it's been 10 years.
It's been 10 years, so I'm no longer 27? I'm 37?
And then we kinda
no,
had that
there's got to be a
conversation.
mistake, and you go like, 1, 2, yeah, no. And then,
No, and then we started to have the conversation, and then we were pregnant.
frugal moogle. Not frugal moogle, what's it called? Fertile myrtle.
Frugal Moogle? I've never heard that one. I'm
Fertile
also very frugal.
Fertile myrtle. Frugal moogle.
I think out of everything, and I'm not like trying to be like special or like sound.
Do you wish we had Millie earlier?
Yes, we've had that conversation.
I know, and I do too. But at the same time, it's just before you have a kid, everybody who had a kid are like, "What did you do with all your free time?" And you're like, "I didn't have that much free time." But now
you're like, "Wow, all the free time."
Yeah.
I do have to say, if I am being honest, like I don't think newborn stage is my favorite stage. Some people say like, oh, after you go through it, then you look back on it with like, oh, I want to do it all over again. And I would do it all over again because then you get this. But
newborn stage is the worst stage because they're so fragile and they don't do anything. They don't have tricks. Millie has tricks now. Tricks are fun.
Right, we have to just get through that to get to the good parts. And so, but I've talked to other women that they're like so embrace that newborn stage and they're like love that. I think if I was like, if I were to do it again, I would be like, I'm going to be in my pajamas for a month and I'm just going to breastfeed and I'm just going to look at my child and I was like, the second she was out, I was like, I need to like lose weight. Like, I mean, no one's pressuring me to feel that way. It was just me. 6 days after she was born, we were like out having lunch, and like now looking back, I'm like, that was a little bit insane. But at the time, that's what I felt like I needed.
Right.
But overall, I think that going back to the question of what surprised me the most is how well our genes mixed.
Meaning, she looks 102% like me, and she has your eyes.
Okay, looks isn't everything. She doesn't have a personality yet. Wait for her to be just like me and perfect.
So here's a fun story. I was like, I want the baby to look like Sylvia because let's face it, she's prettier than me. But I want my blue eyes because I think
that was
blue
the
eyes.
Only thing he wanted.
I just want her to have blue eyes like me. What do we get? She's a spitting image of me, and she has her eyes.
But
Jesus Christ.
Can we agree that she has like this golden hair with like hazel eyes and the kind of like a golden like skin tone? It's like the most everything that I preach on my channel. She was born with. Just
so you mean you can color her hair when she's 4?
No, she doesn't need it. She was born with a harmony of colors. That's what I'm saying. Huh, Angel? How did you do that? Did you do that all by yourself? Thank you. No, you're precious in every way. It's not just your looks. Yeah.
I'm gonna need 3 more of these gin and tonics. It's the best drink ever. Time.
What is Mama going to make for dinner? Are you going to have dinner with us? What is Mama going to make? Chicken? Can you say chicken? What are you filming?
Olive thinks she's like, oh, what's going on here, dog?
Oh, there's an Olive dog. Olive, you want to come up and say hi on the camera?
Olive, what are we doing? Come.
No, but remember your really douchey move? I was like, what is wrong with this? And I remember the whole time I was like, wow, he's so different. Like, you really truly were. Like, you were like more into food than anyone I had ever met.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Like when the shrimp came.
When the shrimp came, I ate them all, and I didn't ask if you want one. Not like a fat ass though. It was passion for shrimp.
No, when the shrimp came, you like made such a statement. Remember, I had those big ass antennas?
So they were like, it was giant prawns with the tentacles still on, and they were like half a foot long or a foot long even. That was crazy. They were like literally they were like full on like spear.
Yeah, and then like he gets in the car and he was like, "Do you want to have sex with me?" And I was like, "Ew, he's the same as all the others." I thought you were different the whole time. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and that's gonna go in our video. Cheers. Millie's like, no! I don't want to hear this when I'm 18. But so she came up to me while I was working. She's like, "You're done with work soon?" And I'm like,
"I wanted a martini."
Not yet. And she's like, "Yeah, can we shoot something in the couch?" And I'm like, "Sure, when?" And she's like, "Now?" I'm like, "Well, I just got out of a meeting."
I know, I didn't say it like that. I said, "Are you done working?" And he said, "Not yet." And I said, "When you're done, can we shoot something?"
And then I was like, "Sure." And I walked downstairs and I set up the camera and the light and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, "What are we shooting?" She's like, "Couples advice." I'm like, "Whoa, that's a doozy right there."
Because we have none.
Adam and Sylvia therapy session. I think we would have the best couples therapy channel, I swear.
I think so. Okay, but this was supposed to be advice, and so far we've only talked about ourselves.
Yeah. Okay. Relationship advice. I think the biggest lesson that I have learned through years of therapy is
You've done like 3 months of therapy your whole life.
2 years.
Did you? Oh, where you talked about what movies you liked?
Yeah,
That's true.
it's important. Is impulse control.
You have impulse control, sweetheart?
More than anyone in the world. When something bothers you, you wait and then you get angry like a little bit later.
Is that what you practiced while we were filming?
100%.
Oh, so you were more angry than that, is what you're saying?
Yeah. No, it's true. So that is the most important thing. Is you don't
Are you
have any-
filming? Are you this close?
Yeah, I can still be like,
no,
here.
No, zoom in. Are you stupid?
I didn't say that. I didn't call you stupid.
You did yesterday.
Sure, but that's yesterday. Impulse control, the most important thing.
He likes to yell that at me when I'm having an episode, and
you don't have any.
I don't, and I don't need
When
to.
she's angry, phone goes, and I'm like, okay, and door goes slam. And then also the other most important thing is when you, what is it the therapists all say? When you fight in a relationship, nobody wins. You only win when you're on the same team.
Well, that's what I always think.
Well,
but
that's what every therapist says.
No, but that's
so
the
if
truth
you
of
argue
life.
and you're like, this is true, this is true, this is true, this is true. The only winning is when you come together and agree.
Right, like trying
either
to
way.
like fight your partner and like trying to be like, oh, I'm right and you're wrong. Like, if
Right.
your partner's wrong, so are you, and you picked them. So you would think she hasn't had dinner. She already has dinner, and she's going to eat more with us. But I know we need attention. Yeah, we had lots of attention and lots of playtime before. I thought you were going to be so tired for this video. Let us know if you guys would like to see a 2.0 of this, or if you would like to see this as like a regular series, like once a month. I feel like I would have like killed for this when I was like 21.
To see us bigger?
No, to see someone else bigger. Okay, what's my real big piece of advice without being snarky?
Oh, did you want to come up on the table? Come up. Yeah. Oh, hi. You can be in the video.
So one thing I actually thought about this today. I think I am my best self when I'm like living in my female energy. And what is female energy? It's loving, compassionate. And so sometimes even on days that you like get on my biggest nerves, when I can just like let that go and say like, I make you a nice dinner. When I just like stick to just me being my loving self, I always feel my best, and you gain from that. So I think that's sometimes just like a reminder for myself. Like, don't let like the little stuff like get to you. Just live your day. Like sometimes I can be like so annoyed at something you said or something you did, and then like I look at my life like with Millie and like just my life, like me. Like I'm not in a bad mood. I'm in a great mood. I'm gonna have a good day. And I think that really helps. Yay! We're gonna have a good day. Oh my goodness. What's your advice, sweet angel?
Her advice is bubble pop.
So anyway, thank you guys for joining. Let us know if you guys would like to see another like sit down chat with us, like Friday afternoon kind of, like where you can grab a drink and you can sit and enjoy and relax. Yeah, let us know if this is a series you guys would like to see. Can you wave? Bye bye.
Wave, Millie. Bye, bye. Wave. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.